Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Barry Chappell coming to you live from Hollywood, California, home of Primetime Shopping Network's studios. I have a show, Wilson. I have a show. I hope you all can stay with me for, I'm on from 6 to 9, and I hope you can stay with me. I want to talk to you about, on my Facebook page, I mentioned John Milan. And I had a term I used 25 years ago with an artist, Gregory Wilhelmi. I put John Milan, the cat's meow of originals. I have 16 originals tonight, second to none. And while I'm showing you these originals, I'm going to tell you about John Milan. He now lives in Florida, but he used to live in Northern California, lived in Arizona. For a brief period of time, he lived in Atlanta, Georgia, because his package got lost. And then sending it to me, they sent it back to Atlanta, Georgia, where he hadn't lived in a decade and a half. But anyway, I want to show you the one on the easel. Okay, because, you know, John Milan did this series called Transcend and Transcending. And Transcending is an oil on paper, and they sell for $4,500. I mean, and they're worth every penny of $4,500. But I want to show you, look at that. That is oil on paper. It's also acrylic on paper. Then at the end, I believe it puts some oil on the paper. And let's see, item number 2777. Yeah, and I just want to show you some artwork. Yeah, the list price on this is $4,500. Yeah, now what I want to do, folks, if you can switch back to camera, big camera for a second. I have 16 of these. I got a price in mind that you're not going to believe. But while I am showing you these 16, I want to tell you about John Milan and his wife, Ellie. John and his wife, they're amazing people. But Ashley, can you put the next one up, please? Yeah, because I want you to see all 16 of these. Because when you see them, they're amazing. 2774. My favorite. But I shouldn't say that. Yeah. Take a look at that. And Ashley, what you might want to do, where are you going to, yes, keep those close, because once I price them, look at that. That's a perfect painting. That's what John Milan, he runs the Milan Art School. I believe this year in Miami, they had some of their major graduates all get together. He can teach people to paint, and John Milan is an artist. Yeah, $4,500 is what this would cost you anywhere else. But I'm not what it will cost you. I'm going to give you a great price. But look at this. This is mountains. Take a look at that. Now, let me show you the next one. Folks, try and pick. I only have 16 of these. And this is probably the most undervalued artist I've ever had on the show, period. In my 33rd year. 2780. It's called Peace. Now, once again, you're looking at oil on canvas, plus he adds acrylic on canvas. This is an artist. This is like going back in a time machine to 1985 when you get a Peter Max unique original for a fair price. And they're worth what they are now. But take a look at this. Yeah, $4,500. That, yeah. Look at the greens in that piece. That is a John Milan original from the Transcend series. Oh, that's beautiful.
Ready for the next one, Barry?
Yes.
This is 2776.
2776. Look at that. What more could you want on an original oil painting by somebody as famous as John Milan? I know I got Todd Hale, who is creative director for, let's see, Dry Brush Galleries, said this guy is as good as you'll ever going to find. Look at that mountain in the background. Yeah, your price $4,500. It's always going to be $4,500 until I show you all of them. Then I'm going to lower it. So it ain't a list price, Adrian. Your price $4,500. Not my unit. That's their price. I'm going to give you a great deal. But look at that. That is as good as it gets. Oh, this one.
2778.
2778. This one is Harmony. Now take a look at those reds and blues. That is stunning. That is oil on paper. That's an original, signed John Milan. Love how he signs them in gold, yeah. Stunning. Folks, if you ever wanted to buy an undervalued original, like I put on my Facebook page, this is the time. Okay. Hand me the next one right there, yeah.
This one is 2773.
This is scenery. Scene. Is that a word, scenery?
Scenery is a word, yes.
Okay. Matt used that in a sentence quickly.
Yes, the scenery.
Well, you helped him. Now, folks, I want you to take Wilson, come in close on this. You have these blues. Look at this. You have a story on top of a story, and talked to John Milan. He says that he wants you to transcend where you are now and be part of the painting. And he did an original for get a $15,000 commission the other day. But he said that he wants you a part of the painting from the conception all the way to the end, and he hopes that the paintings that you get, he adds imagination to your life and brings life to the space that you put it in. Look at that. That's a painting, Matt. That is a painting. I can't do that. Ashley, what do you have next?
Beautiful painting right here, Barry. 2771 called Depth.
What's it called?
Depth.
Depth.
And look at those purples.
You see the purples.
I do. What do you see?
See the whites
Oh, wow.
and the creams. Yes. All right, Matt. Use depth in a sentence, but you have to use the word. Oh, how can I make it hard, Wilson?
You have to use depth.
depth, but you cannot use a word with any meaning towards distance. Perception. Oh, stop, Wilson. Depth perception. All right, they got me. Matt, I have no vocabulary skill. This should sell. Oh, I'm sorry. Item number 2771. Look at that. $4,500. But I'm not going to charge you $4,500. You should be charged by a gallery that, but I'm not a gallery. Look at this next one. This one of my favorites.
2770
into in a sentence.
into the depth.
You can't say into the depth. Yeah, you can. This is item number BC 2770. Look at that. Aw, that dog likes me. Juanita. Look at this mountain. Look at these pumpkin colors. This is a beautiful, from the Transcend series. And then I'm going to give you some prices you're not going to believe. Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at that. 2769 oil. It is called Time. You know, they played that movie on last night. It's what I finally fell asleep to. Good movie, Justin Timberlake. In Time, yeah.
I love that movie. I've seen it like 100 times.
You've seen it 100 times. Yeah. Cool concept. Yeah, but it seemed to be a little too easy to snuff people by stealing their time. I mean, what if they used your trick on people? Give them a Mickey. They'd wake up, but they wouldn't wake up. Yes, I like In Time. All right, folks, I'm down to just a few, and I got a price.
2768.
Oh, this is one of my favorite ones. They all are. Now, folks, you want to get an original oil painting, beauty, that should cost you minimum $4,500. Minimum. If I want to get this. Yeah, you did it, Wilson. Good. This is Oil on Paper by John Milan, founder of the Milan Art School, with his wife Ellie Milan. You are looking at amazing artwork. You can feel it. They're there. That's the gift of art. So many people can't do it. John has just put you on that riverbank with that city behind you, and that's an original oil painting. 20 by 24 in size. All right. What is next? 2767 called Space. Hey, you can mix two words there, Matt. 3, into space. See how I did that, Matt? Into space. I'm an idiot. All right, there you go. That's oil on paper by the 4,500. List 45, your price 45, until I lower it in a minute here. But I want you to see what you should and most places would pay. Oh, this next one's going to be gone so fast.
2766. It's called Being.
It's called Being?
Yes.
All right. Matt, use the word being. To being or not to being? All right, that didn't work, Matt. That is gorgeous. Look at that. This is an original oil painting by legendary artist John Milan. Isn't that gorgeous? Juliet is looking at it going, I want this one. It is just, look at that, the mountaintops. That is just stunning. And I got a price in mind. And I know some people might not be able to just pick one. That's why I got a price. Is that the last one? Oh, hang on. Hold that one for last. I am. I'm going to grab this one, and we can put that one back there. Look at this. This is 2779. Limitations. Wilson, do you know your limitations in life? I sure do. Did you learn them easy? Did you learn them by failing? Yes. Ashley, do you know your limitations in life? Sort of. She's going sort of. All right. Now I am going to show you the last one. And you guys get ready, operators. There's oh, that is stunning, stunning, stunning. Let's put it, we'll find one. It's called Hope. Yes. This one is Hope. And folks, I am going to give you a deal that most people in life can't get. Well, no, stay, Juanita. I love you. Wilson loves you. Matt loves you. It's what?
Oil.
Say what?
Is this one oil?
Yeah, they're all oil on paper. But this is called Hope.
Just make it 2782.
2782. All of them signed John Milan right there, or Milan. And here's what I'm going to do. Folks, oh, look at that. Camera 2. I want to price these. I was going to auction, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a price so cheap. If you don't love it, you can send it back. You won't, because you'll look at it and you go, that is impossible to get an original John Milan or Milan art painting for that price. And I have a price that you're not going to believe on the John Milans. I showed you 16 of them. And you can put the graphics back up on this one. It's because it's not going to be 4,500, Patty. It's not going to be 3,500. It's not going to be 2,500. I hope you're out there. This is a major artist. This is the cat's meow of underpriced originals. It is not even going to be, yeah, we're down from 45 to 35. It's not going to be 35. It's not going to be 25. Are you ready for this, Patty? You got, all right, another line going, another line going. It's not even going to be 1,500. It's not, these are originals. It's not even going to be 1,500. It's not going to be 14, 13, 12. Patty, it's not even going to be 1,100. You know 11 from when you threw dice? Hello, 11. Yes, she does. Yo, 11. It's not going to be 1,000. It's not going to be 900. Anyone you want. It's not even going to be 800. Oh, stop me, Ashley. Stop me before I give away the store. What did I do? Get a pack of magic beans to get the price this low? No, it's not even going to be 700. No, anyone they want. Are you ready for this? You ready, Patty? $600. If you don't love it, send it back. You won't. If you want 3 or more than one, give us a call. Which one do they want?
2769 time and 2768.
2769 and all right, 27 time and beauty. Hey, if they get one more, I can give them. Getting those 2 for him. Time and beauty are sold. All right. All right. Hand me. Where's that yellow mountain? There it is. This should have been gone. This should have been bam gone. No, you got to do it right, Ashley. Bam gone.
Bam, gone.
Yes.
Bam, gone.
I'm sorry, I scared Juanita.
Did we scare?
I'm sorry, Juanita.
2770. She's hiding her face. Oh, we said, oh, God.
Bam gone. I am so sorry, Juanita. Tell you what, I'll take you past Barney Fife. He loved Juanita on the Andy Griffith Show. You know what I'm talking about. All right, folks.
Nice, okay. Thank you so much.
Keep calling.
You're all set. You're so welcome.
And like a painting like this at $600, I cannot believe. I refuse to believe that this painting right here Ashley didn't sell. And I'm going to hand you this one. And folks, you please take care of your John Milans. These are the most amazing work. Look at that mountain. Hey. And folks, I'm sorry, Juanita. I didn't mean bang gone. Is Juanita mad at Ashley?
No, I think she's excited that we sold something. She wants to sell more.
Look at this. At $600, are you kidding me? In a gallery that's $4,500 plus. But I'll tell you what I am going to do. All right, I'm going to do this one time, Ashley. You know why I'm going to do this, Ashley?
Why are you going to do it?
Because I'm amazing.
Yeah, you are.
That's why I'm going to do it.
Got it?
This is an oil on canvas. BC 2765. That's what in a gallery, a $25,000 original John Milan looks like. This BC 2765. Wilson, is your eyesight going?
You're welcome.
Tran,
Two things flash really quick so you can show us what.
say it again.
That's okay. Time and beauty, you can flash them for dirt.
I will. We're going to, I don't know if we can flash on TV. We get in trouble for that, Patty. Well, I didn't. I didn't and Ashley didn't, but when Wilson flashed everybody, we got in trouble. Is that time and beauty?
This one is beauty, and this one is time.
So all they got to do is buy a third one, the less. Then you got timeless beauty. Yeah. All right. No. On this one, take that price down. That price is nowhere near. This is a whole different league. Adrian, take that price down, please. Yeah, no, this is an original oil. This is a $25,000 oil on canvas. It's called Tranquility. It is something that you're going to see for $25,000, $35,000 in a gallery. Oh my goodness. Here's what I am going to do though. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Oh, this is too cheap. Yeah, list. You'd be lucky to get this for 15,000. This is huge too. 36 by 48. Oil on canvas by John Milan. And if you ever want to learn how to paint with oils or just paint, look up John Milan, the Milan Art School. John and Ellie, his wife, they teach people every step of the way. I'll tell you what I can do on this. Oh, this is too cheap. Someone's going to get hurt at this price, Wilson. You're looking at a $35,000 original here. Ashley, I'm going to take the blame on this one. $3,000 to open. $250 increments. That is oil on canvas. Even the borders are painted around the sides. This is an oil painting. Look at that. What's that in the distance, Wilson? Yeah, that's it. Keep going. What is that? What do you think it is, Wilson? No, go back to the back where you were. I see the greens. What is that? That's a ruckus. That's all the people watching this painting on TV going, I got to own it. The problem is they live in Hooterville. So they got to climb that telephone pole to get Sarah to call the show. I'm right, that's not how it works. $3,000 if you are interested. And I want to thank you so far. And if there were any other people on the John Milan oil on paper or this, tell you what, here's what I'm going to do. You want me to do this? Juliet, you can agree with me on this. You know why I'm going to do what I'm going to do next? Because I'm an idiot. She didn't say it, but you know what I'm... Here's what I'm going to do. And this is only because in 33 minutes I get Dish Network. Right now I'm only on the internet. Are you ready for this? I should wait for Dish. But one time, Patty, one time, $2,500 to open. And this, and I want to show you, Wilson, I'm not a little guy. This is a big painting. Is she treating you okay, Juanita? I know you are. That dog's 18 years old. Wilson, what's 18 times 7? 18. 10 is 70. 126 years old? Is it 126?
Yes, 126.
That dog is equal to a 126-year-old person. Folks, at $2,500, you should be all over that. Now, I am going to put this back. Ashley, of all the 16 I showed, was there one that you go, they should have bought this one? Yeah, this is Ashley's favorite.
These two are just...
At $600. That's oil on paper. And I spoke to John Milan. He said first they paint with acrylic. Then when the painting's done,
771.
he uses oil. So he starts with the acrylic and then moves to oil. Those should be $4,500 and to be $600. Folks, I don't know where on the planet you could go to get an artist as valuable as John Milan. And you're going to see his work in poster form, but these are originals. That is an original piece. This one right here is Transcend.
this one is
Depth.
depth.
And what's the first one?
Being.
Being.
Yeah.
Depth of being. Wilson, are you a being of some depth? You really think so? Because most people think there's some depth. Patty, do you have any depth to you? No, none. All right. That's the one, though. This is the painting of the night.
Right?
I can't believe it's $600 that didn't sell. But when we run through them again in about 2 hours when we're on Dish, I'll bet you it's gone. But I did it real quiet. I did it so quiet. Juanita, I just said, and gone. Yes. Okay.
Mountains are just incredible.
Now, no, what I want to do is sell a Peter Max. Oh, this is heavy too.
I got it.
Yeah, you're getting ready for the Tough Mudder.
Would you grab the depth?
I grabbed the depth.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Here you are.
Oh. So, this is a unique Peter Max original. This was painted in 2008. It is got the original Peter Max archival number on it.
2746.
The item number is 2746. But that Peter Max archival number is so very important when you go to sell your artwork. And what I'm going to do on this piece, I didn't make it any better. All right, I got to go the other way, Wilson. How do I get the glare to stop? Hey, like that. Look at that.
You got it.
Well, if I hold it like this.
Here,
All right, you got it? No, I'm joking. There you go. This is called Two Hearts. That's acrylic on paper. Peter Max, legendary artist. He was actually born in Germany, but his parents quickly immigrated to the United States. Peter Max has had for a long time the Peter Max Gallery in Manhattan. That is his high limit room, or used to be. And anything in that, usually unique originals. And that's a happy Peter Max. Here, and this is 2015, 8 years ago. Shop.com, $80,000 for a unique original like the one I have. Here is Neon Man, done in 1992, $62,500. Now, Ashley, can you swing this painting around so they can see what we're talking about, an archival number? You see Peter Max 2008, but then you see that 6 or 7 or 8 digit number. If you go to Peter Max Graphics, pull up that number, it's got a picture of this piece, your piece. And when you go to sell it, that's very, very important. You can swing it back around. Here's my favorite Peter Max. I had one of them. I sold it on the show because I never compete with customers. This was like 10 years ago. They wanted $80,000, but they lowered the price to $61,000 on Angel with Heart. Folks, I got a price. Look, we're trying to sell 2 hearts there. Well, look at this, Ashley. Here's 1 heart that they want $38,900 8 years ago.
So we should double ours.
Double it, yeah, at least. Because my 2 hearts are connected. You know what kind of surgery it would cost to connect 2 hearts? A lot of money. I don't know if there's any cardiac. Hey, wouldn't that be great if there is a husband and wife that are both cardiologists?
That would be amazing.
They need this painting. Here is Blossoming Lady, 40,000 from 8 years ago. All unique originals like mine here. Now, Ashley, I want to sell this one right now. Price in mind. Oh, $5,500. That is a custom framed original Peter Max acrylic on paper. It even has the name of the ship it was on right down there. Yeah. Oh, they charge $125,000 on the cruise ships, or they used to. Oh. Get me close, and these 2 hearts can be yours. If they get real close, Ashley, what we can do if they need a 2-payment system is we hold one of the hearts here, send them the other. When you send it to it, put it in a lot of ice. Okay? Then when they pay off the second heart, we'll send them their second heart.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Could you have ever been a surgeon?
Oh, yeah.
You could have.
I love it.
I could not have been a surgeon.
I watched my friend's dad's surgery. On his nose, they had to open his nose all the way up, and the doctor let me watch the whole thing.
They didn't go gross you out?
Yeah.
This is how bad I am. Wilson spells surgery.
Surgery.
Is he right? Well, it's easy to say he's right, because I don't know how to spell it. If they spell phonetically, like Theodore Roosevelt want, Sir, S-I-R, Sir, Jur, J-U-R, Re, W-E, surgery. All right. Well, I got to work on the we. Surgery, I-E. S-I-R, J-U-R-I-E. Surgery. Kids would be out of school by 10 o'clock. Drop them off at 7. They'll be home by 10, and they'll be smarter. Nobody interested in this. Okay. Tell you what. What's that?
Back to John Million.
Not yet. I want to show one thing. Because Wilson, this was the Jim Neighbors piece of the night last week. You ever watch Gomer Pyle growing up? Did you ever watch?
I don't think so. I don't think I've heard of them.
You ever watch Gomer Pyle?
2761.
Captain Carter and Gomer? Surprise, surprise, surprise. You know what I'm talking about. This beef should have sold. Oh, I'm sorry, Juanita. I don't want to scare you. Hi, Juanita. Done gone. Hey, can you? Oh, look at this. This guy is reading. Look at the book. It's got eyes. Book friend. So you have every geometrical shape that Oleg can put in a painting and have balance. And that book becomes alive. I thought for sure that this Oleg would have sold last week. Actually, you might be right. Maybe we should show those again. What do you think? What do you think, Patty? How do you spell surgery, Patty? It's a conspiracy. All right. I'm going to get to Oleg in a minute. But we've had a few calls to show the John Milans again. That's my friend. It's a book. All right. You ever watch the original Hawaii Five-0 Wilson? Book 'em, Dano. All right, now, folks, earlier tonight I started the show with the legendary artist John Milan. He is currently lives in Florida, but he was born and I believe lived a while in Atlanta, in Georgia area. Then he lived in Northern California, and I talked to one of the greatest guys when it comes to finding good artists, Todd Hale, and he said, Barry, you got to see this work by John Milan. And when I saw these, I'm going, these got to be 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 in galleries. And they are. But I put them at such a low introductory price. These are original oil on paper. Take a look at that. Oh, this is item number BC 2778. Look at that. You talk about depth of field, depth of vision. You're seeing behind what looks like trees. It's on a flat surface. It's unbelievable. And it should be $4,500. Your cost is only $600. And if you don't love it, send it back, because you'll get it. You'll go, there's no way I could have got this painting for $600. Ashley, can you hand me the next one? You're trying to steal Juanita. Wisdom. Folks, this is a one-night only special on John Milan's at $600 from the Transcend series. Look at that. Look at the depth of that. I mean, I'm looking at the monitor, then I look back at the easel going, is that a 5-foot painting? I mean, look at that. You can see 3 feet back in it, but you can't. It's a sheet of paper. But he has done this painting so well and knows art so well. He has created such depth in there. You should pay $4,500 minimum. And at $600, if you don't love it, you send it back. But you'll get it. You'll go, this is so amazing. Show me another John Milan. This is crazy at only $600. And
2774 Mountain.
that is perfect painting called Mountain. He used a fantastic palette on that. Look at that color theory he's got. He knows color theory. Look at that. I can't believe I lowered this all the way down to $600. And if you buy 3 of them, Patty, I'll give you a special deal. Wow, what are you drinking out of that big flask, Patty?
Water. Fill it up twice a day.
I don't know. Wilson, do you believe that's water? Wilson shaking his head. Juliet, is that water? No. I want to make a joke here, but be careful with Patty. I should say proof it. Like in how much proof is in that water of yours? Is that like 40 proof? Never mind. All right, here comes one more.
2777.
Is that 7777?
No, it's 2777.
2777. That is a lucky painting. Do you have lucky numbers, Patty?
I do actually.
What is your lucky number? 4. Well, I got a friend that just lives by lucky numbers. He decided he was going to, he kept waking up in the middle of the night, saying the number 7. He couldn't get away from the number 7. Every time he looked somewhere, he'd see the number 7. So he decided he was going to go to the track. And he made sure he was the 7th person to enter the track. He sat in seat 77, section 7. And on the 7th race, Patty, he put $777 on the 7th horse, on the 7 horse. You know what happened? It came in 7th. Didn't work out for him. I thought this would go. All right. Any other requests? I'm going to bring the John Milans back a little later. Is that a baby Oleg? Yeah, put up the baby Oleg. When you see how big most Olegs are.
I love the heart.
You like the heart?
This is 2763. It's called Protection. Oh.
Protection. Well, folks, Oleg Zhevetin is a Russian master painter. It's funny, he was born in Uzbekistan, which at the time was a Soviet country in the Soviet bloc. He was so talented as a student that they got sent to a special school in Uzbekistan for talented kids, talented artists. And when he was 19 or 17, he got sent off to a special college. When he was 18, he graduated and he applied to get his master's degree from the Surikov, one of the most important schools on the planet. He got accepted. He was upset because a year earlier he didn't get in. And he, to this day, goes, Barry, I should have got in a year earlier. There's a picture of the Surikov. Probably one of the greatest art schools ever in the whole world. Said, I should have gotten in. But I got beat out by a kid whose parents, members of the Politburo. You know what Politburo is, Barry? Said, yes, I think I do. Not fair. I should have gotten in that year. But next year I get in. And he graduates with a master's degree in fine art from the Surikov. And I have been very fortunate. Here is what class looks like at the Surikov. This is the first time I met Oleg in person. December 4th, 2006. And I had tracked him down. He was painting for collector's editions, but collector's editions lied to me. He said, he's in Moscow. And he wasn't. He was in Southern California, and I tracked him down. And when I finally got a hold of him, I spent like $95,000 the first visit with him because his painting tells stories in different layers. I mean, look at those eyes. Look at the hand gestures. I ended up having to do a pull-up contest 12 years ago or 15 years ago with Oleg because I said, and then you paint the hands. Nobody else just paint hand. Do you know anything about hand? They move like this, they move like this, they move like this, they move all this. Can you paint hand? Do you know how many different directions 2 fingers can move? I said, no, I don't, Oleg. So he challenged me to a pull-up contest. We called it quits after 19. I felt he won because he was smoking and I wasn't. But he did, 19 of them. This, whenever you have 2 faces in the same picture, it brings up the question, is this lady telling you really what's on her mind? I'm not saying she's not, but that's the way Oleg and Russian Romanticism that he has adopted, how he does it. This is Oleg. Oh, he gets 95,000. Let me show one more Oleg. Not yet. I'm going to show this one because she's close. I got it. Love this. He even picks. Look at that. Look at the canvas he picks. Everything with this painting. Look at that.
That's gorgeous.
Yes. The dancer. Oil on linen.
2764.
Look at that. Now I'm going to get some of the glare. Yeah, you hold. Yeah, look at that. Now that's a fan she's holding.
Yeah.
Folks, this is a masterpiece. Oleg on his own, when he left Collector's Editions, he sold 10 paintings himself, just calling people on the phone, each painting for at least $100,000. And once I found him, because Collector's Editions kept telling me he's in Moscow, and I finally get him on the phone. Oh, they said you were in Moscow. I'm not in Moscow. I'm in California. You know Los Angeles. I said, I've heard of it. He says, well, I said, just stay there. That's a fan.
Where'd you point?
I pointed at the fan.
The fan right here? No, right here.
Oh, that's the fan.
In our hand. Where else did you?
What's the other thing? Is that a light? What is that?
That's just the music.
It's the music. Now,
She's fanning herself.
yeah, there you go, Ashley. Oleg uses geometrical. Yeah, look at that. Oleg uses geometrical shapes to show you Russian Romanticism. And there is a real, right now, that's real art. That is a master graduate from the hardest art college on the planet. And to even get in school there is amazing. It makes Harvard Medical look like something Wilson can do before lunch, you know, but getting into the master's program at the Surikov. Look at that. That is stunning. You taking Juanita? Patty, somebody's kidnapping Juanita. I don't know. All right, let me hand me one more. I got this one. Oh. Yes. As I put this Oleg Chevetin, he was telling Matt and me stories. Oh my goodness. Here, if you lift that, hang on, this is coming back. All right, lift your side up. Lift the whole painting up.
I'm trying, 'cause I'm looking at it.
Oh, it's stuck right there. So hang on.
Go sit down and let me do this.
Okay,
Switch, go.
I'm switching. Damn, that's a big painting. I am
Camera to you. Go to camera.
camera 2. Look at that. Hey, that's the original John Milan behind me. Yeah, you got yourself in a pickle there. Yeah, there you go. You don't see that every day. Yeah, we need another screw in that. All right. That is first touch. That is a very large painting, 45.5 by 57. One of the hardest things to do in art is show motion. You can feel the breeze. Look at her hair blowing in the wind. And then he called this first touch.
But do you remember how he described it? How he described the first touch? Like very, when you first, that first touch, that first feeling. Yeah.
Oh, Patty's getting real emotional. She's right. Oleg was saying, Barry, don't you remember that first touch? The feeling you had. And he wanted to show that in a painting, and he did. Look at that. He's one of the greatest artists I've ever worked with in 33 years. I believe John Milan is a great artist too. Oleg, master graduate of the Surikov. Some of his paintings, just unbelievable. Look at that. How many different geometrical shapes? I see triangles, circles, rectangles, squares. I see, what do you call those things? Starts with an R. No, rectangle, but not a rhombus. I see a cube. And look at her little feetsies, her toesies right there, Patty. She's saying, Juanita, don't lick my toe. But they're kind of, falling out of the painting. This is a major Oleg. And we're going to talk about him in just a couple minutes. Let me see what time it is. 1 minute, and I got dish. Oh my goodness. Hey, did you figure out who that guy was that was close? On the Well, folks, that's me. Hey, Patty, look, I'm on TV. Just have it. Just having fun with you guys. Barry Chappell coming to you live. Is it 7 o'clock yet? Hi, folks. Barry Chappell coming to you live from PrimeTime Shopping Network in Hollywood, California. We started the show with the art of John Milan, and we sold quite a few. And then I moved to Oleg. Now, Ashley, here is a bold move. I'm still on TV. No, I'm just having fun with people. This is a bold move. You think I should show the John Milans again, or would you stick on Oleg now? What do you say?
Well, since we have that up, I think we should start with that.
Start with the Olegs. Folks, whoever gets these Olegs, you're living well. This guy, unbelievable. He teamed up about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, right when he got stuck. He got stuck in Istanbul trying to get back from Moscow. He teamed up with somebody who graduated a year after him. And together, Oleg and this lady, both master graduates of the Surikov, would get commissions. And you had to give them what was equivalent at the time to about $250,000. And they had quite a few commissions. Then COVID eased and he decided he wanted to come back to America, and he got stuck in Istanbul. And he called me. I said, Oleg, I don't know how you get out of Istanbul. But I remember, what was that movie where they were stuck in Istanbul for running drugs? What was that called? Oh, come on. You know what I'm talking about, Wilson. It didn't have a happy ending. Anyway, I have 6 original Olegs. And I started the show with my original John Milans. I'll tell you what I want to do. This right here is second to none. And Patty was right. Oleg was saying, don't you remember when you found the woman or the guy that you loved and that first touch, and look at her eyes, they're just caught on him. And Oleg could not spend more time explaining that this, Barry, you think this easy? This, over this way a little bit, the other way. When he raises this off the canvas, there's a 10,000 ways to yesterday for that to go bad. And it takes him weeks, if not a month and a half, to get that perfect. This is a master graduate of the Surikov, Oleg Zhevetin. What? Midnight Express. Thank you, Wilson. You remembered that pretty fast. Did you, yeah, that was a very strange movie. I never, ever, ever was planning on running drugs through Istanbul, but if I had had a thought and saw that movie, I would have gone, nah, I'm good. Here's a letter to Harris, from Harris to me when I offered to buy every one they had. My goodness, I just want to show you. There's a picture of Vasily Kandinsky, a great color theorist. I want to show you some of these prices on Oleg, because Oleg's right here. This is me goofing around in St. Petersburg in 2011. Look at that. I'm holding a picture of Putin. 69 rubles was not much money back then. I went over there. Here is 12 years ago. I pulled this off of Art Brokerage, where the asking price was $68,000. That was 12 years ago on an Oleg, man and woman, 1997. Here on Art Brokerage, look at this. Untitled, 2006. Retail, $104,000. Asking price, $95,000. Oleg became quite famous with collector's editions, and he's just famous throughout Europe. He's famous in the United States. He's a very interesting guy when you talk to him. I just want to show you this right here. This painting was 2011, Angel Heart. They wanted $44,800. And whoever bought it 2 years later put it back on Art Brokerage, and they wanted $95,000. All right, Ashley, let's see, we've shown 1, 2, 3. Where is Marble, what's it called? Marble Beauty. And I'm going to start selling these, folks. Oh, this is oil on Lennon. Yes. This is one of the greatest Olegs I've ever seen. Now, I think, Ashley, I might be wrong, but I think Wilson, should I pick this up and put it up there? No. Wilson's going, don't you dare, Barry.
Well, it's just because it doesn't have the.
Yeah, I don't want it to.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at that. Folks, that is oil on Lennon. Look at that. Marble Beauty. Now look at the marble sculpture or marble bench that this lady is sitting on. And how he paints through it. And what's the item number on this?
Would be 2760.
Yeah, this would be 125,000 anywhere. That is one of the greatest Olegs I have ever seen. And it's just stunning. I've known Oleg in person since that picture in 2006. And he's an interesting guy. And I'll tell you, to get a painting like this from Oleg, it should have gone straight to an auction house. That's a perfect painting, Ashley. That is possibly the greatest Oleg I have ever seen him produce in all the time I have known him. Look at the motion he is showing in the hair and then in the cape. Look at that. And she's looking into a mirror, if I'm not mistaken. Look at that. And over the years, the 17 years I've known Oleg, I've seen some of his painting. I've watched him paint. That is unbelievable. Call me up, folks. Did I show all 6 of them?
Not yet.
What?
Not yet.
What, I have one more? All right. I can handle the marble lady. Marble Beauty. Look at her. What?
This next one.
Harlequin.
2759.
But he wrote it in half English, half Russian.
Yeah. Oleg.
Look at that. He said, have you ever gone to a circus when you were a kid, Barry? He said, have I ever gone to a circus? Yes. My mom tried to drop me off and leave me at one. But the security guard wouldn't let her. Look at that. Now, what do you call that triangle thing that it's sitting on? Look at it. It's a three-dimensional triangle.
Like
A pyramid, an upside-down pyramid.
or a sideways.
Sideways. It all depends where you are.
That's true.
Look at that.
This one is like very fall colors.
Yes, it's got some fall colors. He's looking right into her eyes. Heavy use of oil at the top. Yeah, this is an amazing. This is 95,000.
Do you want to show your book?
My what?
Your book on dish?
Oh yeah, I'm going to show
Right?
friendly book. Folks, last week was a weird show. And I want to show you something here, folks. Hang on. I can... Ooh. Look at this. Signed Oleg Glover. He was born in Uzbekistan, and he was telling Matt and me,
2761.
2761, I asked him about going to what we know as elementary school in Uzbekistan. He said, "You not believe me, Barry." I believe you. Oleg, what's it? He said, in school, they didn't have bathroom. So we have to go from the school, and he tried to explain what an outhouse, basically. And he said, in winter, awful. You leave school 25 below zero to get to outhouse. I said, is it still like that? He goes, no, Putin built bathrooms. Now, folks, look at this. Look at that. The eyes, the nose, the mouth of the book resting on this plane. Look at this. Every geometrical shape. I only have 6 Olegs, and this is called Book Friend. I am going to make some deals right now that I didn't plan on. Right now, Ashley, Patty, camera 2, and I'm subsidizing your purchase. I really am. I only have 6. Even like Book Friend and Marble Lady, which I had up at 8,500, 9,500. Watch this. Juliet, any Oleg you see, 4,500 to open. I'm subsidizing their purchase. Tell you what, the chances of ever getting, I'm going to move this back, the perfect Oleg, one of the greatest Olegs I have seen in 17 years of working with him. I sold one of his paintings 12 years ago for $24,000 on TV. I watched him sell a painting for $128,000. $4,500 to open. Folks, I don't know how you get any better than that. This is one of the single greatest Oleg Javetins I have ever seen in 17 years of doing business with Oleg. Yeah, it was $7,500 to open last week. At $4,500, I will be subsidizing your purchase. I wanted to do this early when we got on dish. Yeah, $4,500, not $75. Look at that. I hope this becomes an heirloom in your family. You know, your daughter, your son, your grandson, your granddaughter. Take care of this painting. We'll take care of you. This is one of the most talented artists I have met in my 32 years in the book on TV. Look at that. Master graduate of the Surikov. I'll tell you what, Adrian, let's quickly just run Oleg 2. It is a 10-minute show I made on Oleg. Marble Beauty. Look at that. You can see that marble bench she's sitting on. Look at this. Oleg Javetin. One of the all-time great artists. If I ever end up like Steve Martin in The Jerk, I'm going to be that way with Marble Beauty. I'm going to say, all I need is my chair and my Marble Beauty and my dog. That's not water, Patty.
It's water, baby.
That's not water. Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen.
Actually, I live here in the United States about 17 years. Why? Because I was invited to work here. And it's a very strange story. People saw my artwork actually on the street. When Soviet Union was strong, it was not allowed any private enterprise. I start showing my artworks right in the street. And some entrepreneurs, some American-Russian entrepreneurs saw my artwork, they invite me here. In the United States. And I came here in 1990. I didn't speak any language at all, any English. I had $0 in my pocket. And this is why that country is great. I start work and I start have success. My subject matter very simple. Very simple is I paint mostly romantic paintings. I paint appreciations to the good relationship between people. That's it. Most of my paintings, it's a female and male. And male sometimes give her a letter or a flower. She can read the letter or see that beautiful flower, and she can appreciate his honest suggestions to her. Very simple. Why I like that? I tell you why. Because I don't want to produce any negativity. It's already so much negativity in our world, in the movies, in the paintings too, in the music. I try to work in that areas, but I don't want to do it anymore. I tell you why. How many years I'm gonna live? Maybe another 40 years, maybe 30, no more. After all my life I work in, I wanna keep some paintings, and public gonna keep that paintings in their collection as something positive. So people, when they look, they have to have pleasure from what they look on. They have to have pleasure. Yes, we have negatives, a lot of negative around us, but I believe if we move our attention to more positive, everybody as a society, we're gonna have positive. It's simple as this. Through the deep psychology, we as a humans, a lot of us don't have a simple one nature. Everybody, even simple workman somewhere in the factory, we all have deep psychological differences even inside us. Each person sometimes can have 2 or 3 faces. It doesn't mean that person liar, or it doesn't mean that person a bad person. No. It's a sophistication of any human being. It's a sophistication of our internal psychological depths. It's multidimensional of any human being. Art is one of activities close to the intellectual life of the human beings. Why it's important? I tell you why it's important. Because we are human beings, we are not animals. I think the art is the highest expression of human brain. In any positions, in literature, music, or visual arts, or mathematics. Mathematics, the high-end mathematics is art too. It's very important because we are human beings. It's just one thing what divides us from rest of animal kingdoms. If tomorrow human beings decided to save that planet, they can save that planet. If tomorrow human beings decided to destroy that planet, they can destroy that planet. The difference, simple lion or simple monkey or chimpanzee, they cannot do that. But we are humans, we have tremendous power in our hands. And everything belongs to us, to our decision. Art is just one side of all that intellectual powers. That's why it's important. Human beings can have different pleasures. Psychological pleasures from music, physical pleasures through touch, pleasures from food, pleasures from relationship. And art is another area where people can get huge pleasures, tremendous pleasures, especially if you understand. If you can teach yourself how to appreciate art, you can get a lot of pleasures from it. You can see some beautiful painted details or expression on a face or combination of colors or combination of colors and textures. You can have huge pleasure for your mind and for your eyes. Enrichment, pleasure, it's just pleasure. It's why Medicis in the past, in 15th century, they were not stupid. They pay a lot of money to Raphael or to Michelangelo to paint something good. Because we have such a short time live in that world. The longest life is about 100 years, no more. It's nothing. It's 100 years. Some people live 50 years, 30. My little brother was killed in a car accident. He died when he was 33. Very young guy. We have such a short life to spend that, so my philosophy, try and enjoy every minute, everything. Try and enjoy every hour. don't go into any stressful situation. You don't need to. Try enjoy. Try to make your life happy. Try to make your life happy. That's it. This is my philosophy. I'm gonna make a lot of money. It's good. If I don't make a lot of money, I make a little bit money, or no money at all. It doesn't matter. I have to paint. I just cannot do anything else.
Hi, Barry Chappell, back live with you. I made that little short film. We call it a docudrama on Oleg. We have part 1 and 2. And, you know, before I got into TV, which I've now been on TV, I'm in my 33rd year, I quit a tenured economics teaching position at Peninsula College in Port Angeles, Washington. And I love to teach about inflation. And I would always show this because people could not understand how that is Germany, the Weimar Republic, 1923. By the time 1923 came around, it was 238,000 marks to a dollar, which 3 years before that, it was 3 marks to the dollar. They printed so much currency, kids would play with them, and they'd find stacks of currency because they had no use for it. They had ruined their economic system. If 6 months to take in this picture, or a year before, they had traded that cash for anything of real value, they would have been a lot better off. Something that had true value to it. Gold, diamonds, or fine art. It would have been in great shape. But that's what the Weimar Republic did. Now, I have 6 Oleg here. And I'm going to wheel and deal because they're going bye-bye right now. Look at this. Here's one. Once again, 104,000. Retail, 95,000 asking price, and that was 11 years ago on art brokerage. Oleg himself sold 10 pieces for over $100,000 himself. I'm talking 20 years ago when he left Collector's Editions. This is one of the nicest Olegs I've ever seen. All of this texture work takes him forever. And this is oil on linen. It's called Marble Beauty. But I got a price in mind. You're not going to believe it. I have 6 Olegs here. This should have been gone. Book friend over here, Wilson, should have been gone. You know, it's monochromatic, which turns some people off. But to do a monochromatic painting of that caliber using basically 3 constant colors is just unbelievable. This is BC 2761, one of the greatest Olegs he's ever done. Because I have a plan in mind right now. Patty, Ashley, Juliet. All right, you stay. I'm telling this painting, stay. It's going to stay. It follows. Stay. This one right here. First touch. Ashley, I got a price in mind that's going to get me in more trouble than you could imagine. Hang on. How should I could put this down one?
No.
Do what now?
Don't stack it.
Don't stack it. No. Well, I'm going to put it in front. Real? No, I'm not. What I'm going to do is move it back, and I'm going to let Wilson do the camera work. Watch this, Wilson.
It doesn't get up there? Yeah, there you go.
This one goes right here. Look at this, Wilson. This one goes right here. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, do you have a sticky note? You see a sticky note. Hi, Juanita. I don't want to. I'm scary. We yelled about. Boom, gone. That scared little Juanita. I have a price. I can't believe it's come to this. This is so cheap. That's what I'm thinking. Right now. There's only one other question I am trying to decide. Or, Ashley, I could do this. Is that so cheap?
Yeah. Wait, in the box, right?
No, the one below it.
In the box?
Would you go with that one time?
That's a really good price for these. That's incredible.
I know. The question is, will I still have a job once Jack sees that price?
Well, I think the Olegs will be sold. That's what you'll get.
Folks, I'm not joking around. Now, you got to call to get this price, Patty. All right, I'm going to fold it over because I'm going with the cheap, cheap, cheap price. Don't faint.
Wait, for what?
An original.
Which one?
Any one they want.
Wait.
She just said, oh my God. Wilson, don't pass out. You got to be careful with Wilson because he gives blood too often. They give him a donut and $12.
Get out.
Get out. Yeah, yes. Folks, call for the C. Should I just tell them online?
I don't know. You're making me nervous now.
I'm going to tell them, and if they don't sell, I'm going to. Would you tell them, Patty, or would you make them call?
No, let them call, because I can't say that over the air. Honestly, we can't.
You can't say that over the air. She's shaking her. Call for the cheapest price of it.
Talking about, that's the price for any of them?
Yes.
The large one back there?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm saying wow too. Call me right now because I might rather just own these for another 6 months the way the world's changing. I have a secret price. If you can just put call Barry for secret, double not top secret price. Or would you put it on the screen? No? Ashley's saying, don't you dare. Folks, they got nothing for their pounds of marks in 1923. This is one of the greatest artists I've ever met in 32 years on TV. I just priced them so cheap, I'm actually subsidizing your purchase. You don't believe me, but I am. Which one do they want? Yes. I know they're going to be all of these. It's an amazing price. If you ever want an Oleg, you're never going to price this good. Which one do they want, Juliet? I have This is my favorite granite lady, but first touch is amazing. This first touch back here is amazing. And they're all amazing. Which one?
This one for, the what? No, only, probably only the small one.
No. They want this one?
No, they're offering too low.
Oh, no, I can't take that. I gave you the best.
But maybe this one, right?
If they come up a little bit on that one. On the small one.
Harlequin?
Yes. If they come up, I'll tell you what, Ashley. Let me show Harlequin. Folks, this is a deal of a lifetime. Harlequin. Yeah. This is unbelievable at the price. Folks, I lowered this price so cheap.
She's asking, like, she never had a painting that's on linen.
Yes.
How long does it last?
Forever.
It does. That's protection, right?
Yes.
Yes.
What's the best you can do? What's the best you can do in the marble beauty? That's the
I'm going to get in trouble at the price I told people. Yes. That is, I mean, look at this. Folks, look at this. Hang on. Hang on. I got a couple people online. Now, folks, if this guy was anybody, it'd be one thing. But this is Oleg Glover, Collector's Edition star. This is the Oleg Glover, master graduate, top of his class at the Surikov in Moscow. Started out life in Uzbekistan. This one, at that price, got a price so cheap. Which one? Which one? This one? Is there another one they like?
Do you like any other one?
All right, I can't do it. I can't do it. But here's what I...
Can you get us close?
While you're thinking about this, oh my goodness. This is a cat's meow of art. Tell you what I'm going to have to do. All right. This is going to hurt. Something I can't even watch. Oh, folks. I hope there's more than 2 people watching. Ashley, can you grab first touch? Yeah. All right, I hope you're out there. This hurts. Oops. I'm fine. Okay. Yeah. Folks, I hope you're out there. Look at that. On first touch, this is crazy. absolutely crazy. $3,800 to open, $200 increments once we get the open. This is huge, 45.5 by 57. It is one of the all-time great Olegs ever painted. Oleg, Matt remembers him telling the story of using the outhouse in elementary school in Uzbekistan. That is a deal beyond belief. You know what? That's too cheap. It is. You know what? I'm going to give this a couple more minutes and I'm going to get back to some other art. I mean, this is the greatest artist I've come across in my entire career on TV. I've come across so many that have won so many awards and prizes. But to get an original Oleg Zhevetin, he could sell this painting in Moscow for the equivalent of $100,000 in a phone call. And I got this down at $3,800 to open. That's crazy. And look at that. Mr. H, Mr. L, Barbara, call me. Harlequin, call me. I can't hear anymore. I've lost my hearing. Deal. What's his first name? Mr. P. Mr. P. Ashley is texting you a deal that... Did I take my blood pressure machine home? Because at that price, it could kill me, Mr. P. I used to have one. You pump it up on set. Yeah. All right, yeah. I don't want to scare Juanita. I'm okay, Juanita.
She's like, she knows.
Okay.
She knows by now.
All right, what does he say? Because that's a deal of a lifetime. What?
He said you're scaring me.
I'm scaring me too. What did he say?
He said you're scaring me.
Now here. No. This is the amazing work of Oleg Zhevetin. I have lowered and lowered and lowered and lowered. This is crazy. Which one is he interested in? The guy you're texting, which one?
Okay.
Let me pull the dancer up.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, John. Okay, bye.
All right.
Blah, blah, blah.
What's he think about the dancer?
He says we're close, but you know where he's at.
Where's he at?
He's at. And we said,
Tell you what. Oh, look at this. All right, Ashley. This is too cheap. He's got to send me two things. One, once I croak, some flowers to my funeral. What does he say there? This is the dancer. This is one of the most colorful Olegs I've ever had. I can barely buy at that, and I've known the guy forever. What does he say now, Ashley?
I'm not sure. I heard the phone.
Look at the dancer.
Okay, shopping and here's the code. 992. Who am I speaking with? Oh, Peter. Hi, Peter. How can I help you? Yeah, good. What's going on?
Can you come?
For the marble?
Who has the marble? You do? No.
I have Marble Lady over here.
Okay, so I'll take that one.
All right, I think the dancer's going to be gone at that price, but hang on. All right, Marble Lady. That is so cheap, I feel like crying. What do they say?
They want to know at what price you're having.
What's that?
Okay. How you at? What? Okay. We're at the 26.
No, I thank you. No, I've cut them and cut them and cut them, but thank you. You know, at that price, this is so cheap. I don't know who out there is going to get this. What does it say on the screen right now? 38 to open. Look at 3,800 on an Oleg Javetin of this caliber. Gowries can't buy it at that. I usually can't buy it at that. This Marble Lady at 3,800. Folks, if you ever wanted to buy something so greatly undervalued, you're looking at it. This is one of those strange times where you can trade a gabillion dollars in production for a one-of-a-kind master graduate of the Surikov in Moscow for 3,800. Look at that. Marble Lady. On linen, which makes it twice as hard. Did you tell him the one he was asking about? That's an amazing. I'll tell you what, Adrian, can you play part 1 now? On Oleg, part 1. And then I'm going to move on. Rick and Melanie, if you got room for this, at these prices, you should be online. Barbara, The moose would love this piece. Hang on. Yeah, let's show it real fast before I show something else. Yeah, I am going to move this back. You're talking about the dancer. You have every geometrical shape. It's 48 by 30, oil on linen. Look at that. That is so amazing.
Right?
All right. Let's go ahead and camera whatever, and I don't know if you can get me on the camera. Look how large these Olegs are. You know, I'm going to play another 10 minutes Oleg, the second half of what you just saw. And call up with your offers. I got more art to show and more art to get to. Go ahead and let's hit. Don't have it yet? Okay, we don't have it yet. But he knows where to find it, right? Yeah. I hope everybody out there is having a great time. And this is one of the greatest artists I've ever met. And I've met a lot of great ones. A long time ago, I met Leroy Neiman. I was a little kid. And Sasha Basari, Misty Pavlov, Irene Valkova, Guillaume Azoulay, had dinner with him on several occasions. Take a look at the second half of the Olegs.
My name is Oleg Zhevetin. I was born in former Soviet Union. I was born in a small town close to Tashkent city. Tashkent, it's a pretty big city in Central Asia. It used to be part of Soviet Empire. But when I was grew up, I never knew all of that stuff. I just grew up. When I was grew up, I don't know difference between socialism or communism or capitalism or anything else, all that political crap. I just grew up as a little boy, that's it. I just grew up. I love to see flowers, nature, play Indians. Actually, we play American Indians. My earliest memories, I just love to draw. I draw on the furniture, on the walls, on the paper. If I have a piece of paper, I just draw. My family, we have 3 kids. I used to have sister older than me and brother younger than me. My father is simple engineer. Actually, he was chief engineer in a furniture factory, and we have simple life. I'm thankful to my parents because they was educated, actually behind their limits, behind what they need to know in their lives. We have a great library. So I wrote a lot. I wrote a lot of American artists, American writers too. And I was just a simple boy, I just read a little bit. The important, probably, we don't have much TV. That time, Soviet Union, Russia at the time, we had just 3 channels was controlled by government. And we have just a simple corny movies, probably not much news because they don't show news at all. Here in the United States, people always stressful. Why? Because they always see the horrible news. Somebody killed here, somebody has a drug overdose, somebody got a car accident, terrorism here, terrorism here. Always stressful news. Back in Soviet times, no. Even if Russia has some kind of trouble like this, they never show on TV. They never show on TV. They always show positive news. Like, let's say, that farmer got thousands more cows, and that's it. The whole news like this. If I couldn't paint, I have to make somehow my living. I don't know. I would be probably homeless. I cannot do anything else. I cannot do anything. My early age, when I was like 17 years old, and I was in art school, but I cannot make any money from my art. My father was chief engineer in furniture factory. So one time I came to him and I tell to him, look, I have to make some extra money for my clothes, for my girlfriends. He said, okay, you can go in my factory and work as a simple blue collar factory workman. You can make maybe about $200, $300 a month. And I did that. I go to the factory and work about 3 months. And it was so hard, and it's, I don't want to do that anymore. It's not because it's hard labor. I'm not afraid hard labor. It's what stopped me to do it anything. I start to understand I don't like it. I just don't like it. I start to understand I have to stick what I like. What I like to paint, and that's it. I'm gonna be an artist. But I joined the Surikov Art Institute called Vasily Surikov Art Institute when I was 20 or 21. It's very, very difficult school to get into. Why? I tell you why. Because in Soviet times, to join that school, a lot of competition to join that school. Why? Because it's, let's say take huge megapolis like Moscow. 10 million people live in Moscow. And in Moscow, we have probably 2 or 3 schools high-end like this, no more. And 200 million people in country. And let's say how many thousands of artists who want to join and to be an artist and get that high-end excellent education. Thousands of people. So when you go to there, you have to show your artworks. You have to show your skills, your education, and you have to pass it through examination. So when you compete, you have to take some tests in art, in drawings, in composition, in paint, in art history, in language, in a little bit in philosophy. And every test you have to have excellent grades. If you don't have excellent grades, you just lose. That's it. Because school has to choose the most excellent person to study. You have to show real paintings, not photographs, not for portfolio, real paintings. So I take my paintings, I put them in a train, put myself in a train, travel 3 days. Russia is a very big country. So from south to the Moscow, I travel about 3 days in a train, take some taxis. So show the paintings, real paintings to the persons who reliable, who making decisions. So they can allow to put you compete. A lot of guys show the paintings, it doesn't matter. They can see the paintings and they say, no, we cannot accept you. We cannot accept you even to try compete. So first step, you have to show the paintings, and they can see the paintings, and probably they can see some potential inside. They can say, yes, we can allow you to start competition. In Russia, in Soviet times, artists cannot paint even human being or any cityscape or landscape or any nature. It was against religious rules. Simply, I can have consequences. For example, if I paint something like I paint now in Russia, back in Russia, I could be arrested. It's simple as this. Why? Because I don't paint some stupid portraits of some proletarian guys or some party propaganda. What they actually tell you to paint. A KGB guy come to you and say, okay, you have to paint here Lenin or here some Karl Marx and here some revolutionary guards or whatever. And of course, a lot of people say, yeah, I paint that. And they paint, they got their salary, and that's it. But if you don't do it, you don't paint, you paint something else, very simple. They can arrest you, they can abuse you in jail, torture. It's very simple like this. Can spend, let's say, 7 years just for nothing, for saying something, or paint some paintings, or create some music what doesn't suit to the music of communistic taste. I just have to change my situation around me, so I don't want to go to prison. Why? Because I want to paint certain paintings. It's simple as this. So I moved to United States, and amazingly, I never was arrested for my paintings. Even more, I was appreciated. Here, public start like my paintings.
Hi, Barry Chappell back with you. When we had Oleg in the studio about a week ago when we were talking with him, this, he said, of all the paintings, maybe because I used to this monochromatic, harder of all to paint. Of all the 6 paintings you have seen, and 2 of them are now sold, this monochromatic one is sold, the first touch. This right here is a genius. When Oleg is dead and gone, long after I'm dead and gone, and people already realize, look at that book. It's called Book Friend, 36 by 48 oil on canvas. Paintings like this express the true genius of Oleg Zhevetin and his ability to use geometrical shapes and blend it with Russian Romanticism. This is a painting that Oleg could have easily sold for 120, 130,000. This is BC 2761. If you don't own an Oleg, I hope you get one. It's going to be a great long time before I have any more. And I just want to get the glare. There you go. Look at that. Every brushstroke, Oleg has intent. And that's what he learned at the Surikov. Look at the eyes in the book and the smile. The spine becomes the nose of the book. And folks, I don't want to get any more trouble than I already am in. If you believe all that psycho babble I hear on CNBC about, oh, we got inflation under control, they do not. They don't even have it close to under control. They don't even have, they should be on probation to even say the word inflation and control in the same sentence, Wilson. Don't let them do that. Oh, they're going to keep raising interest rates. These kids, it was so worthless. It was more fun for the kids to play with billions of marks because you couldn't spend it. It had no value. The only value is my kids have little tinker toy logs with her. Should I throw it in the fireplace to keep warm? Here is a real work of art. Here is an Oleg Glover. Here is a painting where paintings like this have sold for $100,000 many times. 104,000 retail. Asking price 95,000. And Oleg the artist would tell you this day, he will remember this painting. And he was telling Matt and me about growing up in Uzbekistan, but he was talking about every inch of this painting. He says, Barry, this, whatever you call this, brown mixed with a little bit of gray to the black, how you make it perfect. He said it was almost torture. And folks, to be able to get in on this right here, BC 2761, $3,800 to open. That's a masterpiece. Excuse me. And Oleg said the reason this is so valuable, look at most houses. You're going to want a primary color, a black. I mean, you want something to base it in. And he said this would go in almost anyone's house, and it's a perfect painting. So, if that interests you, give me a call. I'll tell you something else that's going bye-bye tonight. Right now, Patty, Ashley, I'm going to blame all my luck, bad luck on this Peter Max. I am going to auction off a unique, original, acrylic, on paper, done by Peter Max. Comes with the most important thing when you go to resell your Peter Max. This was painted by Peter Max in 2008. It's called Two Hearts. It has the 6-digit Peter Max registry number, which means this has been photographed and is in the Peter Max registry. A lot of things people don't give Peter Max enough credit for. If you go to New York and go in the Statue of Liberty, you need to thank Peter Max. He teamed up with Lee Iacocca, raising $331 million to repair the Statue of Liberty and get it open. When it was finally open, Nancy and Ronald Reagan were there, and so was Lee Iacocca. Nancy Reagan invited Peter Max to the White House, where they painted Statue of Liberties on the White House yard. This is a large, original Peter Max. And I have the Peter Max with one heart that was $68,000 for one heart. And this has two. Tell you what I want to do on this, Ashley. Where would you start this auction? I'd up for $5,500 or $6,500. Tell you what, this is too cheap. I'm going to get more trouble than you guys know. How much?
54.
You want me to take it down from 58 to 54? I'll tell you what. I hope you're out there, because if you don't see me next week, this will be one of the reasons. Tell you what I'm going to do on this. Oh, this is too cheap. $4,000 to open. $250 increments. You got an $85,000 take a Park West auction. They're going to talk you into paying $85,000 or more. And I'm going to open this for $4,000. We're not talking about a dinky little Peter Max. We're talking about a large Peter Max. And it's got 2 hearts. Done in 2008 by Peter Max. Look at that. That's too cheap, Patty. $4,000 to open. $250 increments. That's too cheap. That's a big piece. Peter Max is 84. There's been quite a few health concerns over the last year. A year and a half. Early on sent a type of dementia, but fought back from that. Libra, his daughter, they're very close. Okay, no takers on the Peter Max. If you are going to trade worthless currency, Peter Max will always have value. He's 84 now. He is probably one of the greatest known pop artists of all time. And at $4,000 to open, be a kill. Tell you what, let me take that away, Ashley. I'm surprised, but here's what I want to do. Oh. Oh. Ashley, I might end up like Steve Martin in The Jerk, but I'm going to take your dog with me. All I need is Juanita and Granite Lady.
Juanita and a margarita.
Yeah, Juanita, the Margarita and Granite Lady. Folks, take a look at this.
2765.
2765. This is an original oil on canvas painted by John Milan. Now, John Milan and John and Ellie Milan teach art, and they've taught it for a very long time at Milan Art School. They are amazing people, and he has sold so many paintings. He was telling me he gets a lot of commissions, and I want to show you because I spent a couple hours on the phone with him over the last week and a half, and he was telling me about this one small commission he got paid 15 grand for. But in his gallery and in galleries, John Milan, you see a lot of people today, originals are like 18 by 20. This is huge. This one John liked so much, John and Ellie liked so much, they took it off their wall for this show. And this piece, Tranquility, you're talking $35,000. That is one of the greatest originals I have ever seen. Tell you what, don't abuse me too much. Whoever gets this, you're getting the best. When an artist, oh, look at that puff of blues right back here, Wilson. Those little bit sky blues. Look at that. This is a one of a kind that hung on his wall. $35,000 would be cheap. Folks, start at zero, $250 increments. Let's see what happens. You're talking about oil on canvas that the artist actually took off of his wall and said, Barry, show this. This is about as good as I can paint. And it's been hanging there. He says, this is, in my opinion, not in my opinion, that's a masterpiece. Start at zero, $250 increments. Barry Chappell coming to you live at PrimeTime Shopping Network. This is an original oil painting by painter John Milan. Unbelievable. $35,000 would be cheap, but currently the bid is at zero. Zilch. Nine yet. I'm going to take this and run as fast as an old guy like me could run. How fast can you run, Wilson?
Not very fast.
Oh, you're a lot of help. Ashley, how fast could you run this to my car and back? No open once. No open twice. On John Milan, owner of Milan Art Schools. Been painting for 40 years. Okay, I'm going to end this auction before it gets going. Because $475. We have a $475 bid. Folks, this is a $35,000. It's perfect. When you have an artist and his wife, Ellie Milan, hang this in their house as their main showpiece, and you're thinking $35,000, that's cheap. And I have $475. So the next bid would be what? We're at $475, $575, $675, $725, right? Yes. Oh, you're so smart, Chappell. Yeah, you just keep doing that multiplication. You knew it way before me. I'm at $475, looking for $725. Folks, this is a $35,000 painting. We're verifying. $725. Folks, this is a $35,000 painting. I'm at $725. $725, $825, $975. Yes. I know. I'm at 725. Folks, this is as good as it gets. He even painted the sides. This is an oil painting by the John Milan. Milan Art Studio. You okay, Ashley? I see you. Can they go up? I'm at 725. Oh, this is too cheap to even consider. I mean, I got to let it go, but I'm at 725. Folks, when you can get a $35,000 painter by somebody that Todd Hale of the Dry Brush Graphics said is probably one of the greatest painters he's come across in a decade, and you got an oil on canvas. It's not an overpaint. It's not a poster. This is an original huge John Milan. I'm at 725, looking for 975, going once. So whoever's going to get this, you're living well. 725, looking for 975, going twice. All in. This hurts. Going once. Going twice. Fair and final warning. You kidding me? This is a $35,000 John Milan. Rarely does an artist put one of his own paintings in their house unless they're saying, this is the best I got. This is me, when everything worked right. And I'm sitting here, this is a $35,000 John Milan. Painted on the sides, everything. I get to go meet Apple Chappell this weekend.
Yay.
I'm going to let Apple Chappell play with Ginger. Can anybody beat 725? Yeah, all right, Ashley. As I say, yeah. Are they thinking about making the next bid? Yeah, good. I don't know. What's that? You know, Jack could always hire the people with that vacuum cleaner. You know that vacuum cleaner? The Shark or whatever to clean up after me. Going once. Going twice. All in. All said. Oh, I think this is gone. I'm going to hand that to Ashley. You figure it out if there's two bidders. So we think, Granite Lady, should I pull it up or no, or what would you do?
You can. Want to auction the Schofield?
Yeah, put up a Schofield real fast. Yeah, this was done in 2022.
It's 2750.
2750.
The Creek's Edge.
The Creek's Edge. See, now what would have been the proper grammar, Wilson? If I had said, hey, I'm standing at the edge of the creek. Is that proper, or should I say, come to the creek's edge to meet me? Hello, Siri. No, she says, hi, Barry. How can I help? All right. Here's how you can help, Siri. Siri, how come nobody likes me anymore? Interesting question. You're a lot of help, Siri. Interesting question. Oh, that's... All right. Yeah, here is a $25,000 Michael Schofield. It is called The Creek's Edge. Michael Schofield is in the $1 billion Arm & Hammer art collection. He is in the Smithsonian collection. He is in the Library of Congress collection. Michael Schofield is one of the most talented landscape artists. He is 76 now. Is that how old he is? Yeah. He just had a birthday. Yesterday? Did you send him a card?
I'm sending him a card right now.
Oh, you're not sending him an e-card, are you? Did you send him a card? What's wrong with you, Juliet? Is the problem? Same problems you had with Romeo, right? Forgot his birthday? Psst, gone. All right. Tell you what, you guys have fun. If I'm going to lose money, look at this. That is, I'll tell you what, $1,000 to open, $200 increments once I get the open. That's an original landscape, what he is known best for. Michael Schofield. $1,000 to open, $250 increments once we get the open. Right. Here's what I am going to do. Here's what I am going to do. No, I'm not going to do that. That's a heck of a deal. They're beating on me, Melvin. I should grab this one. No, I'm not going to grab that one. You're laughing too loud at me, Ashley. All right, I'm going to sell this right now. Folks, and he is getting the two best that I own. I know his collection. They're unbelievable. All right. Talk to me, people. This is an original, unique, original Peter Max here. And I am going to show you comps on my unique Peter Max. Here you go. Angel, what does he say? Oh, look at this. Wilson, I can't read with my glasses on. Does that make me farsighted or nearsighted? Asking price retail $80,000, asking price $61,300. Two hearts and a unique original acrylic on paper done by Peter Max in 2008 with the most important registration number. Here's what I'm going to do, folks. 80,000 for zero and purple. Here's one heart. Now, and I printed this 8 years ago. $38,935 for one heart. Ashley, that's only one heart. Do you know how hard it is to put the second heart over the first heart? That takes a great cardio surgeon. But you like operations. She watched somebody get her nose, what'd they do to the guy's nose? Okay, I don't want to know about that. Yeah, one heart's 38,935. All right, real fast, Juliet. 38,935 times 2. You got to do it off your head. $38,935 times 2. How much? 77,000. All right, I'm going to sit here. Make me some offers, folks. This Peter Max is going bye-bye. Oh. Wilson, you think I should shave my head? Really? Look like Telly Savalas? Who loves you, baby? Nah. What do you think, Patty?
No, don't do it.
I'm not going to shave my head. I can't. You know why? Because in Europe, once the Nazis were kicked out of France and the war was over, the first thing they did went to French guys and girls that collaborated with the Nazi, and they shaved their head as a mark of the squeal. So if you went out in public, I don't know, how long would it take your hair to grow back if we shaved your hair? That is not water. That's not water. There is no way that's water. Make me an offer, folks. You got a $77,000. I got nothing better to do. I got nowhere to go, people. It's bringing back childhood memories, Wilson. Look at that. You got a $77,000 original Peter Max there. Make me some offers. What are they saying? I thank you for your offer of $1,600. I paid so much more, but I thank you. I can't sell it for $1,600, but just keep coming up a little bit. Maybe we can make this go bye-bye. Original Peter Max, 2 hearts. Ashley, you're texting. Who wants 2 hearts? And that's like bottom, and I thank you for being one of the 3 viewers tonight. I thank you. Call in on the Peter Max. All right. Melvin, I know what I've sold you. You own as many Olegs. I don't know if Mr. S is watching. Mr. L, Mr. W is watching. That's as good as it's ever going to get with with Oleg Javetin. Marble beauty. And he told me it's 49 by 49. It was painted on linen. And he said, look at the marble. He said that was a struggle to get that color on the marble bench perfect. And this is so absolutely amazing. And I lowered and lowered and lowered the price. Now, before I do anything, I want to make sure Melvin's happy. Hi, Juanita. Juanita, the talking dog. You know, if you paid $7,500 for this, you'd be getting a deal of a lifetime. I mean, this is $120,000 Oleg Javetin, and he has sold many for that. About 20 years ago, one of his friends was telling him that in the Kremlin, Putin had an Oleg Javetin. And I said, Oleg, why don't you follow up on that? See if that's true or not. Well, Barry, I paint. My job is painter. If one's in Kremlin, it's in Kremlin. I said, well, wouldn't that be a big kick? I don't know. You know, being in Kremlin might not be big kick. So, all right, I'm going to lean it like that. If you're interested in painting, call me. I know Melvin's thinking about it. If you're interested in this painting, give me a call. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'll tell you something I'm going to do. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Patty. I'm sorry, PrimeTime Patty. PrimeTime Patty, I'm going to do some here that at this point it's not my fault. I'm going to offer a deal that is so good, if you guys don't take me up on it, I can't say boo because I've offered something so cheap. You can ask Matt Jackals. He was here when Oleg told us of all these paintings, this is the one he struggled the most on. And he says he thought that the way people live in mansions and the colors they use in mansions to have a black background like this, it's called Book Friend. It's 36 by 48. That is an original Oleg Javetin. Watch this. If this doesn't sell, I know everything I need to know. Are you ready for this, Patty? This is one of the greatest Olegs I've ever seen him paint. And I have known him since that first meeting in December of 2006. $3,500 to open. $200 increments. On Book Friend, $3,500. That is a monochromatic genius. That is one of the most perfect paintings I've ever seen Oleg paint. At $3,500, not $35,000, $3,500. Master graduate of the Surikov in Moscow. Hardest art college on the planet to get into. $3,500 to open. That's a perfect painting, Wilson. If you told somebody, I am going to make a book smile at someone, and I'm going to do it in monochromatic colors, only using different geometrical shapes to construct the person, the book, and the face in the book, they wouldn't believe you. And those colors will go in anybody's house. That's a steal of the night. They all are. And I want to thank everybody. That's an all-time low. Dish Network. I have one of the greatest Oleg Javetins right here. Book Friends. Should be up at $9,500. I lowered it all the way down to $3,500 to open. That is a perfect monochromatic study. Stay. I'm talking to Juanita the dog.
Our
What?
mascot, PrimeTime Shopping's mascot.
Yeah, Juanita the Primetime Shopping Network dog. There are more people. Yeah, okay. Well, call me up, folks. Make me some offers. I'm very easy right now. I don't touch paint. Hey, there we go. 2 Olegs and a 2-heart Peter Max and call me, folks, and I want to thank you again. Get me close on these 3, and you're going to see my big head walk past the camera. But let me do it like this.
Act like you're walking downstairs.
No, I'm not dead yet. I'm sorry, Juanita. I'm sorry, Juanita.
Neither do I, Julia. Neither do I.
I'm sorry, Juanita. All right, I'm going to call me up. I want to thank you. I have a couple Michael Schofields. I have a couple left at $600 from John Milan. I have these Olegs. Get me close on the 2 Hearts by Peter Max. Call me. Look at Book Friend there. At $3,500 to open, unheard of. See, the problem, Wilson, is I got to figure out how to get back to my desk. Almost tripped me up. I'm looking at it. Look at that. Folks, that would make a house. That is one of the greatest paintings. Call me. Only have 11 minutes left. Tell me some ideas. Folks, let me know what you're thinking. I want to thank you. I'll tell you what. I'm going to move the Peter Max out of the way. I got an idea with that. On Book Friend, one of the great paintings. Actually, I had a price so low I can't even say it on the air. call and ask Patty, call and ask Ashley, call and ask Juliet. I got a special one-time price on Book Friend right now. And I got a price. I got it. I gotta get a stronger easel. Are you ready for a special price on this? I'm talking so special.
Your name? How may I help you?
Which one are they interested in?
How can I help you?
Let me ask him what it is. Are you registered with, oh yeah, are you?
No, not yet. Oh, wait, you sell marble?
Yes, I still. No, I haven't sold it yet.
The marble, the mirror?
It's still here. Yes.
What's your lowest on the Peter Max for Doctor?
For who?
Dr. A?
Dr. A, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Keep everybody online. Heck of a deal. Which one did they want? Were they? All right, we're working on the Peter Max. I'll tell you what. On Book Friend, $3,400. That is an original Oleg, one that he will always remember. Yeah, I'm just trying to work a deal. Is he interested? Okay, nobody on Book Friend, and I want to thank you, Peter Max. Wilson, one of the greatest Olegs I've ever seen. Look at that. That's unbelievable. Look at that. This is marble beauty. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. Well, folks, BC 2760. Yeah, you got to bring Juanita to the park once. Juanita, Ginger, and Apple Chappell. I also have a smaller Oleg Chevetin right here. Protection. BC 2763. I got 5 minutes left. Strangest thing tonight, Book Friend didn't sell at that low price. That, when they make a book on Oleg, I think Collector's Editions made 1 or 2 books on Oleg, but when a major publishing house, Book Friends should be on the cover. Yeah, this piece, someday when I'm long gone and Oleg is long gone, they're going to list this as the greatest monochromatic painting ever done by a Russian Romantic artist. Book Friends. Look at that book. It is friendly. Juanita would not eat the smiling book, would she? Hi, Juanita. That's amazing. Well, folks, I want to thank you. Any last calls, anything else you're interested in, please give me a call. Can't believe nobody on the Peter Max. Nobody with an offer? Not yet. But Ashley, I only have, 3 minutes left? 180 seconds. Any calls, let me know. Be all over this Book Friend. If I was to select one of these, they're all great. I'd be all over this Book Friend. That is a very hard painting. It's very contemporary. And there I am. Look at that. I'm on TV, Buford. Ashley, I'm on TV. Might be my last time, so I want to thank everybody, and I thank you. I think for all of you that bought a John Milan, you'll be very happy. He is a great artist, and I tried to do his work justice. These Olegs, second to none. And I've been scouring the country trying to get some more Royo. Jose Royo, I can't. They're gone. And wow, that Book Friend. That's going to be the cover of an art book someday. At $3,500, that's worth a chance on Book Friend. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to, I got 1 minute left, Wilson.
30 seconds.
Now I got 30 seconds. Oh, don't kick that dog, Buford. And I will see you hopefully next week. Call. I'm around the studio. I got no place to go. It's like an officer and a gentleman. I want your DOR. I want your DOR. I have nowhere to go. Bye, guys. Thank you.